long last!
We did it! The devs heard our cries, and now 2-time has finally been nerfed after being so annoying. But considering how ungodly powerful he was before this update, it begs the question, was the nerf enough? Well, today we are going to be finding that out, so let's get into it. For starters, let's go over why 2-time was so OP prior to this update. 2-time is an extremely versatile survivor that can pretty much do anything. He can stun, heal, have 2 lives, slow the killer, apply helpless to the killer, go undetectable / invisible, and finally has a form of movement through his crouch stab. Yeah, there's a lot to unpack there. Now, I would go over what each of his abilities do, but that's kind of redundant and would take too much time. Get it? Let's just go over why he was so OP. Number 1, the ablation bar speed. The ablation bar takes 3 stabs to fill up and 2 backstabs to fill up. Do you have any idea how quick that is? 2 backstabs would only take 30 seconds. Backstab, wait for your cooldown, backstab again, and you have your second life. That's insanely quick. And even if you only did front stabs, this would only take 1 minute. That honestly is more balanced, but it's not like every 2-time is only going to be hitting front stabs. Now, you may be thinking, won't the 2-time get punished and die if they only hit front stabs? Nope, not really, nope. That leads us to number 2, 2-time's end lag / punishment window. The killer, upon being hit with a front stab, is inflicted with helpless and slowness, along with the past 2-times extremely low end lag after landing the dagger. Guess what? That's not a guaranteed hit back for the killer. Even if they completely missed, the end lag is still the quickest of any sentinel, and you'll likely be fine if you miss a front stab as 2-time. When a Shaletsky misses their slash, a chance misses their gun, or a guest hits their block, you can usually heavily punish with a gashing wound or something. 2-time though? Yeah, just go back to hiding and live your second life. You'd practically have to target 2-times first, or else they would just farm second life and keep stabbing you while they're at it. And if you chase them after they got their second life, guess what? All of your time is gone, because you'll have to kill 2 survivors to get the time of killing 1, which is absolutely insane. Now that leads to number 3, the free LMS head start. On top of all that, even if a 2-time were to just, I don't know, hide in a corner and do nothing the whole game, you get absolutely 0 oblation bar, there is a gimmick where during LMS they will respawn with 110 health, possibly across the map, and get a free LMS head start. If they earn their second life, sure, that's fine, let them do that, but they don't even have to get their second life. Number 4, stab healing. The cherry on top is that every time they front and backstab you, they'll get some free health too. No need to make yourself a sitting duck for 6 seconds with a medkit, no need to make yourself a sitting duck for a few seconds with fried chicken, no need to sit in a dispenser for the whole game, no need to gamble, and no need to have an Elliot in the lobby. Just have some extra health, sure. The healing itself isn't that bad of an issue, none of the things themselves are the big issues, but having a lot of that combined is just absolutely insane. And that leads to number 5, the stab itself, the most major part. Because guess what, that's not even the end of it. You know how with other sentinels usually have some counterplay to their stun? Like, guess you can easily block bait, chance you can dodge their gun or parry quite easily, and Shaletsky's sword hitbox isn't too big, plus it has a big wind-up so you can dodge it pretty actively. Well, guess what? Before the nerf, there would sometimes be literally 0 counterplay to a 2-time stun. Oh, just face the 2-time, that's the counter, because they can only stun you from the back. Yeah, I was! Look! And they were in front of me! And the stab happens almost instantly. If you're too cautious of the stun, you'd have to back away from the 2-time at every little backwards movement they do, because for all you know, that could be the next time you're stunned. And if you're not cautious enough, they'll start healing and stabbing and getting their second life from the dumbest trick stabs ever that would not have even counted as backstabs. So, that's 2-time before the nerf. But let's take a look at those 5 issues and take a look at how many were fixed with the nerfs. 2-time's uncrouched stab now spawns the hitboxes a little later, so it's not completely instant anymore, although it is still really fast for a sentinel. It now lunges you forward a little more, and the end lag after the stab was increased. On top of this, killing a 2-time on their first life gives half the time of a kill, and on their second life gives the other half of the time for the kill. So with these changes, how many of the mentioned broken aspects are now fixed? Let's look over it. Number 1, the speed you can fill the ablation bar is still the same, but that's honestly fine. Number 2, the end lag / punishment window was resolved pretty nicely. You still can't go for like a gashing wound after a 2-time misses their stab, but you could probably sneak an M1 in, which is nice. And on top of that, the punishment for killing a 2-time with 2 lives was reduced with this change. So this issue I would say is resolved. Number 3, the free LMS head start still exists, which I do think is dumb. It should only happen if you have your ablation bar filled. Number 4, stab healing wasn't removed either. So sometimes that can still change the game, but with this last category, I do think it balances itself out very nicely. Because with number 5, the stab itself, possibly the most major part of 2-times kit, this issue was resolved. From what I have heard across multiple 2-times, it is now harder to do trick stabs with not only the balance changes, but also the new hitbox system added to the game. Due to the not instant stab and the lunge that the stab gives, because as you can imagine, the lunge brings you back to the front of the killer, not where you want to be for a backstab, it balances itself out. However, this enhanced lunge does buff the intended playstyle of 2-time, being a stealth stunner, not a BS spin, ping, round table, matador, juke, corner, backpedal, aerial, whatever the hell this stab is over and over. The enhanced lunge on uncrouch stab and the crouch stab existing encourages you more to sneak up on the killer rather than pressing S and then stabbing. Now, of course, pressing S and stabbing is still a thing. You can still trick stab, but it is at a much higher skill ceiling than before now, along with being less buggy and dumb, which is extremely nice. And along with the change to give half the time on the first life and half the time on the second life, I feel like I can definitely say 2-time is a way more balanced survivor now. You can still be annoying to play against, but I mean that's just how the character is designed with the backstab and 2 lives. It's kind of hard to get rid of that annoyance. The only thing I think that would still need to change would be the free LMS head start. Make him have to get his second life if he wants to get a free LMS respawn. I still don't get that part. Anyways, those are my thoughts. The update is still somewhat fresh, so new 2-time text and other stuff can still be found. And the opinions are still rattling around, but for now, I think that 2-time is balanced after the nerfs. The nerfs did a good job. Make sure to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out, have a good day.